Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and welcome to Nerd Tube. We are doing our WWE Royal Rumble 2022 preview with predictions as well. We'll be not only talking about the matches, but we'll be talking about the Rumble itself. I am here with my usual cohorts. First of all, beneath me is Shredder himself. Shredder Hassan is Nerd Elite. How you doing, my friend?
It's Shredhausen is all elite.
Oh, sorry, I went full on Asian on you, man.
I'm guessing you didn't watch AEW fairly recently. The debut of surprise debut of Danhausen, which I popped for. I must admit, I thought it was just perfect for his gimmick, the way he debuted. But yeah, it's great to be here. I'm fascinated to talk about the Royal Rumble. It's been a really crappy day for me today.
Sorry to hear that.
Not only did the game I ordered not arrive today, but I had to suffer through that god awful piece of shit that was Raw.
What game did you order?
Pokemon Arceus.
I have it. I'm waiting to play it, so I'll let you know how it is.
Please don't. I mean, it was supposed to be here today, but goddamn postal service canceled.
I'll just tell you, like, oh, it's awesome because I'm hearing rave reviews. But
fair enough.
Okay, one second, guys. Wrestling Lowdown, just check your email, mate. I've sent you a StreamYard link. So check it out. You should get that and be able to join us. Also, I just want to also introduce you to our other compatriot in arms, D Jose 101. How you doing, mate?
Bully Ray, I'm sorry that we only do this once a week, dude. Jesus, get off our backs. God.
Yeah. I'd also like to just echo the sentiments and issue an apology to Bully Ray as well on behalf of all of us here at NerdTube. We're sorry you were born.
Yeah, for real. Yep. All right, but let's get into the news of the week, I think, to start with, because there's been some interesting things. First, Vince McMahon tells Mustafa Ali, nah, fam, you ain't getting released. We good. You can stay right here. And now, in today's landscape, Vince tries to get Jeff Hardy to come back to WWE through the Hall of Fame, and Jeff Hardy tells Vince, nah, fam, we good. You can stay where you at. I'm doing what the fuck I got to do. My no-compete's coming up here in another couple months. So Jeff Hardy declines the Hall of Fame, and he wants to go to AEW to be with his brother. I think it's personally a little too soon for that, but, I know the internet.
Jeff Hardy in the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah.
It's great. Ridiculous. The guy's not even in his 50s yet, and he's already thinking about Hall of Fame.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I mean, some guys have gone into the Hall of Fame and are still active wrestlers. The Dudleys, for example, I mean, Bully Ray was still active with Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's feasible that they could put somebody in like Jeff Hardy. I would say, though, with regards to him going to AEW, that personally, I don't want to see it in, at least not this soon. I know his no-compete comes up, I think it's March the 9th. After the 9th of March, he's free to go wherever he wants. And I know the Hardys have been taking bookings on the independent circuit. But when it comes to AEW, I think Jeff should maybe be, he should have to prove that he's clean for at least 6 months because of the way, he wound up leaving WWE.
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on, y'all. Maintenance is finally here at my door, so let me see what the hell they want. Now they show up. Yeah. All right, I'll be back.
Don't worry, we'll hold the fort for you. Revolution Media has said Zack Ryder for the Rumble win. Honestly surprised Mickey James, a champ from TNA, is in the Rumble. I mean, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised because obviously, let me just quickly mute his ass.
I hear you.
Okay. I've muted you, Jose, just for now, man. I just muted him for now. Anyway,
okay.
So yeah, but I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that they're having to resort to Mickey James, but the company's an absolute joke right now. So
well, as we pointed out, was it last week or the week before that they fired so many women on the roster, and the ones that they've got left, there's so many who are on the shelf injured or are out on maternity leave that they've had to recruit from outside the company. They've had to bring in the Bella Twins. They've had to bring in Kelly, Summer Rae, Lita, Mickey James.
How many of them are in this thing?
Hall of Famers, the Bella Twins, I may add.
Yeah. How the hell did the Bella Twins get in the Hall of Fame before Ivory?
If Coco can make it, anybody can make it.
Yeah.
Coco Beware.
Mm-hmm.
Coco Beware's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he deserves it, dude, just for being somebody who's been there for a long time and a recognizable face. And I'm a Birdman myself, yeah? You know what I mean? Here's my Frankie. I like to call her Fatty. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's because you keep feeding her pepperami and bits of pizza.
I feed her fucking everything, man. I gave her some fucking chicken wings and beetroot today. But yeah. I just want to make sure Edwin, if you rest from the wrestling, don't forget, mate, just check your email. I've sent you a StreamYard link on that, and you can join us that way. I don't want to think that we're leaving him out. Okay, so let me just quickly mention some of the matches that's going to be on the card for tomorrow. And by the way, we'll also be doing a, I believe Ginger Greek, by the way, is going to be doing a watch along, a reaction video, live of the Royal Rumble. So if you guys want to join them for that, you can. But tomorrow's matches are Edge and Beth Phoenix versus The Miz and Maurice. Now, this feels very familiar for some reason.
That's because we've seen this 1,000 times. They've done it many, many times.
I know The Miz and Maurice have joined forces in the past. But
yeah, Miz and Maurice have joined forces, but they've generally been against the likes of, say, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, or Cena and Nikki Bella.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the first time that Edge and Beth Phoenix have actually teamed up.
Yeah, this is the first time that they've teamed up, but this concept has been done 1,000 times. They've done this 1,000 times with intergender kind of things. So I think basically how it's going to go, I think Edge and Beth Phoenix are going to get the win here, and it'll ultimately be over. No real payoff, no real meaning. It's your standard Monday Night Raw match on pay-per-view is what I kind of equate this to.
There's always got to be one.
Mm-hmm.
This would have, if it wasn't been done a million times, it would have been a WrestleMania match, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
Okay. So we have the Raw Women's Championship: Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. Who the fuck is Doudrop?
Piper Niven in the UK scene.
She was Piper Niven in NXT UK. She worked the UK Indies as Viper. I'll be honest, I've always thought she was incredibly overrated as a talent. I'm not looking forward to this match. This is probably not going to be a great match.
Yep, and they're both heels too. So yeah, heel versus heel often doesn't work.
Well, they're trying to turn.
I'm a big fan of that.
They're trying to turn Doudrop babyface.
Oh, okay.
They're having Becky. I don't know if you watched Raw recently.
Oh, who does?
Oh God, I unfortunately did. But
I'm sorry.
They had some interviews with each other, and they had a split screen interview with each other where Becky Lynch was purely the heel and was telling Piper Niven, telling Doudrop, I should say, you need to be grateful that you're here and I'm giving you this opportunity at a championship. And Doudrop got pissed off and just took the microphone off, went looking for her. They had a quite sloppy looking backstage brawl too, but again, this is not a match I'm looking forward to. I hate the name Doudrop in particular. I think it's the worst name they could have gone with for her.
Yeah.
It sounds like a candy.
Well, you would have thought after they broke up, her and Eva Marie, that she would have dropped the name, but she just kept it. And again, I've always thought Piper Niven or Viper was incredibly overrated as a female performer. There are far better wrestlers in the UK indie scene than she was, but they're going with it.
And we got to own the name, pal.
It's not. It's not going to be a great match.
Nope.
At least that's not what I'm expecting. I'd much rather see Becky Lynch against Sasha Banks or Bianca Belair.
The latter is what you're going to get at WrestleMania. I'm calling that now. But yeah, Becky Lynch retains. That's my prediction.
Well, they're teasing on social media that it might be Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's talk of her returning at the Rumble.
Yep. Yeah, I heard that too.
She needs a job. We have we're considering Vince has fired half the bloody roster. Once again, we're having Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, part 1 billion. Even somebody like me who hardly watches this shit anymore, know that these two guys have danced one too many times. And now they're having another match. How do you think this one's going to pan out, boys?
It'll be a great match, and Roman wins. LOL.
Yeah. It's always going to be a solid match when you've got those two guys in the ring together. It's a go-to if you want a decent match. That's who you put in the ring with each other: Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, because those guys know how to work against each other.
Mm-hmm. And Seth Rollins will do something crazy because he's kind of been the babyface by default throughout this feud, off and on throughout the entire time. And he'll do like a triple flip 640 moonsault or whatever the hell just to pop the crowd.
Yep. Bossman says it's shocking how sparse the WWE roster is for stars. That they have about 200 plus people, but this is the most barren.
That you've seen it. Yeah. You obviously weren't watching in the mid-90s.
Yeah, let's not forget the 1995 Royal Rumble had so much star power in it, boys.
Yeah.
The Women's Royal Rumble even worse. They had to resign so many really talented.
We brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how the hell do you fire Ember Moon?
They don't like money.
Yeah.
So Roman Reigns to win this, yeah?
Yep.
I reckon so, yeah.
All right. Now, here's a match I felt should have been for WrestleMania, but is now on the Royal Rumble instead. And it is maybe almost 20 years too late, in my opinion, because these guys are past their prime. But they can still obviously work. I'm not saying they can't, but their best years are behind them. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley.
I'm hyped on this one. I'm kind of hyped. I'm kind of hyped on this one. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to this one too. I don't agree with you. This is 20 years too late. I think the timing for this is actually pretty damn good, given that both of these guys have gone on and proven themselves in MMA. So Bobby Lashley was fighting for Bellator. Brock Lesnar proved himself winning the UFC title.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this is two seasoned, legitimate fighters going at it one-on-one. That's a perfect storytelling for the match. That's all you need for this one.
Yep. And
I love the fact that Brock Lesnar is refusing to acknowledge who Bobby Lashley is.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I don't know who you are. Yeah, it's like, I legit don't know who you are. Like, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do what I do. This is not going to be one of those matches that'll go like 20 minutes and you'll get like 6 super kicks, a Canadian destroyer, a crazy table spot. You're going to get a physical war with these two. That's going to be what this kind of match is, and Brock retains.
They had probably one of the only 2 segments I enjoyed on Raw this week. One was AJ Styles against Austin Theory. They actually put on a really good match. The other was Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley doing a weigh-in. And unlike AEW, when they did the weigh-in, WWE did this right. So if you remember the weigh-in with Cody Rhodes and Anthony Ogogo, where they basically had like the scales you would have in a doctor's office. And obviously in the middle of a ring, they're not able to balance out properly. So it took forever to do. WWE got some like old-time scales in for the guys to stand on with their weight. Bobby Lashley was prepared. So Bobby Lashley, he was just down to a couple, pair of sweatpants and stood on the scales and got weighed in at 273 pounds. Lesnar comes out. He's dressed in jeans, a flannel shirt, a t-shirt, a cowboy hat, some big cowboy boots. They say, Mr. Lesnar, this is not proper attire, really, for a weigh-in. I think he said it quite.
And he's like, dude, do I got to get undressed for you?
Do you want to see me naked?
Yeah.
They then suggest you might want to take off some of the clothing for the weigh-in. So what does he do? He takes off his cowboy hat and gives it to Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to win?
Honestly, I'm going to say this is probably going to be an upset. Bobby Lashley, I'm expecting to get it. Because of the whole thing with Lesnar saying Bobby who.
Yeah, it could happen.
I think this would be an interesting angle where Lesnar's, been too cocky. He's looked past Bobby Lashley. And you also is then the rematch at WrestleMania.
And you also can't forget that Roman's going to play a factor in this. One way or the other, he will, because they're leaning toward that for WrestleMania.
I think from what I've seen from the promos, I think Bobby Lashley it's no different to when Cena came back and he was being extremely arrogant and cocky to Roman Reigns. It's got the same sort of vibes about it. I think Bobby Lashley is going to win this. Edwin Lowe, welcome to the stream, mate. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me. Hello, guys.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. So we've just been doing some predictions now. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Who do you think is going to win that match, and why?
Oh shit. Well, I want Bobby to win because he's been wanting this match for so long. And he's been very vocal in the interviews when he's gonna come back. He wanted Brock Lesnar, and I hope they give it to him. But I don't know why my style. Okay, Brock Lesnar's gonna win. He always wins. So I'm hoping for Bobby.
Yeah,
But I would not be surprised if Brock Lesnar. I would not be surprised if Brock Lesnar goes over no matter what. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I can't trust the booking that much.
I get what you're saying, but Brock has been prepared to do business when it's been right. I mean, he's done the job for Drew McIntyre. He's done the job for Triple H. He's done the job for John Cena.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. I forgot about
Has he done the job for Roman Reigns?
Yes.
Yes. He's also done the job for The Undertaker, too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Bobby Lashley would be one of those guys that Lesnar could do the job to and still look credible.
Yeah. Okay, then. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. No, all my money got Bobby then.
Fair enough. All right. So those are the actual matches. Yeah, we only ever get about 3 or 4 matches before we get to the meat and potatoes of a Royal Rumble, which is the Royal Rumble itself. So with the Women's Royal Rumble, just looking at some of the predictions from a couple of journalists here. One person has picked Naomi to win it, and another person has picked Ronda Rousey to win it. What do you guys think? I'll start with you, Edwin, as you just joined us.
Shoot, man. Ronda Rousey, I'm gonna say Charlotte. Is Charlotte in it? Is she in it or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
You have to get every woman in it for sure. You know. So.
Do you want to run down of the one they've announced so far?
I don't know why.
Yeah, go give us a rundown, Shredder.
Okay, if the one announced so far, we've got Rhea Ripley, Nikki Ash, Dana Brooke, Carmella, Queen Zelina, Tamina, Shotzi, Natalya, Aaliyah, Naomi, Shayna Baszler, Charlotte Flair, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Lita, Michelle McCool, Kelly, Summer Rae, Mickie James, Bianca Belair, and Liv Morgan.
That's like 21 women out of the entire roster.
Yeah.
Well, 20, because I don't really count
Mickie James, that's for sure.
You also can't count the Bella Twins or Lita or Michelle McCool or Summer Rae, Kelly either.
I know.
What about Maurice and Beth Phoenix? I mean, I know they're in the
Rumble match.
Sorry?
They've not been announced.
Yet. Yeah, they're not entrants. Okay. They're not entrants yet. There could also be the rumor that Paige might actually come back because Corey Graves recently got cleared, so you never know.
Well, that'd be a controversial one. Bring her back.
Yeah.
And again, WWE more controversial people than Paige back. So, okay. Well, who do you think, Edwin?
Charlotte. I'm gonna go Charlotte.
It's a safe bet. I'll give you that. Yeah. What about yourself, Shred?
I've got 2 possibilities there. If she's coming back, Ronda Rousey. If not, I think probably Bianca Belair to repeat, just purely to get the rematch with Becky Lynch.
Oh.
I've got 3 because here's a easy concept. Imagine this. All right, Sonya Deville, as the heel authority figure, decides to put Naomi in at number 1. Sonya can enter herself at number 30 because why not? And then Naomi survives all the way. It comes down to Naomi and Sonya. Naomi eliminates Sonya and goes on to win the Royal Rumble and main event one of the nights of WrestleMania. Imagine that concept. Number 2 could be Bianca Belair just because they want to do Becky Bianca rematch. Yo, you came back and you beat me in 10 seconds for my title at SummerSlam. So now I'm going to come back and beat you and take my belt back. Number 3, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, because they've done a one-on-one match. I believe they have, but this is the first time they've ever done it at WrestleMania, so it could go any one of those ways. What I'd like to see is Naomi win the Royal Rumble, but more than likely it will probably be Ronda Rousey, assuming she's coming back.
Becky Lynch and Ronda faced off one-on-one.
I thought they have, haven't they? I believe they have.
Not yet. No.
Not yet?
Wouldn't the
money
match be
Charlotte? They were going to. They were going to, and then she got pulled out because Nia Jax punched her in the face. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
It was going to be a one-on-one. the match that never happened. Yeah. Now, are we sure 100% that Ronda Rousey? I'll go for her, but from what I heard, I'm not sure. Is she really going to be there?
Nobody's sure if she's coming back. It's just been rumored though that because she's been cleared to wrestle. I think around about October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I heard. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is that a plant behind you, by the way, Edwin?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm driving on. Yeah.
No, they're behind you. Is there a plant?
The plant. I got a plant. I bought a plant at Costco. Grapefruit.
Okay.
Grapefruit at Costco.
Fair enough. Just wondering.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look.
Yeah. Crazy background. Yeah.
Wouldn't the money match?
The money match.
Who's your prediction for the women's match?
Well, look, if Ronda Rousey does come back, then I think she's going to win it.
Mm-hmm. But if not,
if not, then considering I don't know who's around at the moment, who's likely needing a push at this moment in time amongst the women?
Well, I'll be honest. Rhea Ripley has lost a hell of a lot of momentum since she came to the main roster.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Ripley.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, and for that reason alone, I'll go with her. All right, yeah, okay, because I don't know who the fuck wrestling nowadays. And Bossman's going with Zelina.
Queen Zelina, although they've
that's the girl with the long hair.
A lot of jobs lately, so I'm guessing probably not.
Is she the girl with the long hair? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's Bianca Belair.
No, Zelina. What they done with her is they gave her like a British accent to try to copy off of King Booker.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're doing the King Booker angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean King Booker wasn't. King Booker wasn't. He was trying to act like regal, but he wasn't trying to sound British, if you know what I mean.
Right.
He regarding the accent, he was trying to sound like maybe a British royal without putting on the accent of a British royal. But I'm King Booker. Fucking hell. All right, so okay, we're going with the men's now, Royal Rumble. Now I feel this year we're going to get a surprise winner, like the same way Drew McIntyre was 2 years ago, when nobody could have even predicted that he was going to win it. And I feel like this is going to be the year of that. We had, I feel the WWE is obvious winner and surprise winner. That's how it pretty much rolls. I think this year is the surprise winner. So with that alone, I'm going to go with, considering they fucking fired everyone, I don't even know who's left, who's familiar right now. I'll let you guys go first, and I'll come up with my prediction a bit later.
You want to run down of who's in this match so far?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so far the participants that have been announced, we've got Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Austin Theory, Johnny Knoxville, Sheamus.
Johnny Knoxville from fucking
Jackass.
From
Jackass.
He's an out.
Christ, he's definitely for work.
As I said, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Big E, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Kevin Owens, Omos, Randy Orton, Riddle, Chad Gable, Otis, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode.
This is a weak lineup for their Rumble.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with Big E. I think Big E's a good one for me. I think I don't know what his momentum's like. He won the WWE title, didn't he? But then he vacated it quite quickly.
No, he lost it.
He lost it really quickly.
He lost it to one to Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Oh wow, they Rey Mysterio'd him. I'll still go with
Big
E.
It wasn't so much that they Rey Mysterio'd him. He had
they Christianed him.
He had a semi-decent run as a title, with the title. I think his reign was 5 months.
Yeah.
So he had a 5-month run with the belt.
Okay.
It was the WWE Day One pay-per-view. If you remember, it was originally supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, but Reigns had COVID. So Lesnar got put in a fatal 4-way title match.
They gave him a steroid push, so to speak, a little booster push.
He beat Big E. But what I quite like is the fact that Paul Heyman put over Big E on Raw the next night.
Big time.
So he would be my pick. If they have Lesnar retain against Bobby Lashley, Big E would be my pick.
Yeah, I'm going with Biggie. What about yourself, Jose?
I'm in the minority because I know you guys want Lashley to win, and I think if Lashley does win, it's going to be
Rumble?
because if Lashley beats Brock, Brock is going to enter the Royal Rumble and he's going to win because they'll do something like that. Or did we talk about the Universal title match yet? Because I think we might have missed it.
No, we
No,
did
Seth
talk
Rollins
about that.
versus Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, Roman Reigns. Yeah, either way you're going to get Brock versus Roman at WrestleMania. That's going to be their main event for one of the nights. They have pretty much kind of given it away.
How unoriginal.
I know. But I'm thinking either Brock or Reigns enters the Royal Rumble and wins. That's my prediction. One of those two. More so Brock. Yeah. Brock will be that dude.
I wouldn't mind like a triple threat or fatal four-way.
Something different.
Yeah, just like, maybe even throw Goldberg in the mix. Then
No. Don't put that in the universe. Please don't put that in the universe. That's something I wanted to mention. Please, for the love of God, do not have Goldberg win this match.
But you think Brock Lesnar's going to enter the Rumble and win it? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay, Edwin, what do you think, man? Who's going to win the men's?
Did you say Drew McIntyre? Is he in there?
No, Drew McIntyre's out with a neck injury at the minute.
Did you make? Oh shoot! Yeah, I forgot. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm gonna go with Kofi.
I wouldn't hate that. Kofi versus Big E at
WrestleMania
would be dope.
Yeah, Kofi winning at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
he's established himself as a main eventer.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't mind that. He deserves to win it after all the. Has he won the Royal Rumble?
No.
Yeah.
Well, after all the fucking family he's done in the
there are a couple
10-15 years.
There are a couple things there are a couple cliches though that we have to talk about. How is Kofi going to have an awesome save, and who's going to be the guy that makes everybody just their like prison guy? Because there's always that one dude that comes in and eliminates like 15 people.
Oh yeah, that's probably going to be Omos this year.
Yeah, Omos is going to be the one dude.
No,
you're gonna get Kane coming, and he's going to come in there like fucking trying to hold his gut in and shit. Walk in there, eliminate a few before getting thrown over the top rope. Yeah, he's gonna have a guest appearance. Okay, Shredder, who do you think's gonna win it?
Well, I've already said if Lesnar is retaining over Bobby Lashley, I would pick Big E.
And if he's not,
otherwise, I would out of all of these guys, who would be the most likely to win it? I don't know. Maybe I would like to see him surprise everybody and go with somebody like Robert Roode. But
yeah, I was thinking that as well. When you mentioned
I actually got a dude. LA Knight could do it. Eli Drake.
Backstage at Raw, but I don't know if they would actually go that far.
He would be the dude that could have an impressive showing, though.
Yeah, or another guy that could for an impressive showing, and potentially if you want to eventually get Omos out of the ring after he's eliminated, 10, 15 people, Walter.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you say? Okay.
Yeah, Walter.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, Walter or Rex Steiner. Bring either one of those two guys up.
Yeah, Braun Breaker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Braun Breaker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still can't believe they gave him that name.
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah.
Please.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, who do you think is going to be like the Iron Man? You know how they always have the, oh my gosh, he made it 55 minutes.
That's another cliche they do.
And then he gets eliminated.
Yeah, that's another cliche they do. The guy that like lasts damn near an hour and then either wins a thing or makes it to like the last two. Yeah. I know it's not going to be. I know it's not going to be the Mysterios because one of them's going to eliminate the other. That's a given. You're getting that at WrestleMania.
I think Dominic could do it. I think Dominic will show. He's a young buck. I mean, he'll. He could last a distance, and it'll be good cred for him as well to be somebody who's been in the Rumble for a long time.
Or I'm thinking.
I think he'll eliminate his dad as well.
Also, I was going to say, I'm thinking your Iron Man might be Riddle or AJ Styles.
Yeah, it's going to be probably AJ.
Yeah, Riddle.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be AJ.
Oh yeah. AJ.
I can't stand seeing Riddle. For some reason,
him
being barefoot. I hate his barefoot shit, man. It bugs me. If I was a wrestler, I'd be stamping on his feet all the fucking time.
He's like a second-rate Rob Van Dam. That's what I've been calling him ever since I've seen him.
I've said previously, Rob Van Dam made weed smoking seem cool, whereas Riddle, he's the reason that the Dare program is going to come back.
Mm-hmm. The Hurricane will return at the Royal Rumble and win it from entrant number 1. No. That ain't happening.
Though. I can imagine Shane Helms coming in there and doing his stupidity before getting thrown over the top rope. We're going to get some guests. Who do you think is going to be guesting in this? Like, some legend?
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett's going to be in this 100%. I'm already telling you now. Yep.
You think he'll bring a guitar into the ring?
Yes.
There's no rules.
Yep.
And smash it over somebody's head.
Jeff Jarrett's going
to walk in there like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, let's put this out into the universe because I know the IWC is doing their fantasy booking. Cody Rhodes is not showing up at this Royal Rumble, people, because I know that's what I'm thinking.
Neither is Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose ain't coming. Nobody from AEW is coming into this Royal Rumble. Yeah. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Matt Hardy. Hell no.
Again, I agree with Jose. Nobody from AEW is coming to this Royal Rumble.
That is not going to happen because I know, like, the dirt sheets are like, oh my god, they're going to have a like, oh my god, we're going to get AJ Styles versus like Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder may enter the Royal Rumble. Zack Ryder's not going to come in this Royal Rumble either because he fucking despises WWE.
If somebody deserves to win it, and I think we'd get a good nostalgic push to a degree, it'll be Dolph Ziggler, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think if he wins the Rumble, I think the fans will be fully behind him the same way they were with Kofi Kingston when you got a chance to be WWE champion after the Elimination Chamber and all that bollocks.
I don't know, bro. I think Ziggy's had his time. I think he peaked at Survivor Series 2014 when Sting showed up. That was it for Dolph Ziggler. Because he's never been the same after that. Like, that was his best performance.
What? He hasn't been fired, and he's still, he can still go.
Yeah.
But that's just wishful thinking. Whether it'll happen or not is another thing. But
give me a couple seconds, guys. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick.
No problem.
I also think with Dolph Ziggler, they've stopped and started the pushes so many times. I think fans just would be waiting for, okay, well, is he just going to win the belt and drop it a month later or a couple of weeks later?
Yeah, but they could always do this angle of like, you could never make it. You're never good enough. You had your opportunities and you blew it or some shit like that. Give him a decent face run and this is like one more chance at grabbing that brass ring. It's all about how you package it. I would, for Christ's sake. Sorry, it's my bird. It's all about how you package it, and I would fully be behind Dolph Ziggler being given one more opportunity at the big time. Considering he's not a spring chicken anymore as well. I don't know. That's how I feel about it personally. It would be really nice to see him win it. I guarantee you, if Ziggler was one of the last two men in there, the fans would be fully behind him. They'll be fully behind him. So
I can tell you this: it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
A paycheck is a paycheck. Am I right, Zam? We do anything for a cool hundo. What the fuck's he talking about? Your paycheck is a paycheck. You're damn right. But I don't know what a hundo is. Am I being a bit old now? Am I showing my age?
Yeah, I don't know.
100. You mean 100?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hardy will come back.
No, Jeff Hardy will not come back. Again, he's turned down the Hall of Fame. He's not one to be locked into any kind of deal with WWE, which they would insist on.
And this also needs to be said. Undertaker, please, do not come back. Stay retired, please. I'm begging you, dude. I don't want you coming back. I love you, but no, I don't want it.
No,
it does beg the question of who is available, for a nostalgia pop for WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one guy I know who's still working, but I don't know if he's locked in exclusively to MLW is Savio Vega.
Yeah, but then the crowd will be like, okay, who is he? Because WWE didn't educate people.
Yeah, who that? They were like, who that?
$100. Okay, fair enough.
I can tell you, Scotty Too Hottie won't be in it.
No,
That ain't happening. He's gone.
Rikishi?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that's
he's gone.
Maybe it's a possibility.
Even
You
if
know,
he
like,
did
at
have
one point,
a cheap spot with him and the Usos.
He's trying to get Umanga in the Hall of Fame, so I'm like, that'd be a good way to kind of do something.
Umaga, you mean?
Umanga.
He's doing the
Wow.
Regal pronunciation.
If you don't get the reference, man, oh my god, dude. Yeah, if you don't get that reference, Umanga.
I don't get the reference. I'm sorry.
It's how William Regal used to pronounce his name.
Oh
Mhm.
yes. I
Here's
remember now.
the funny backstory for those that don't know. William Regal actually mispronounced it in the locker room, and Umaga dared him to call him that on the air, and it got over. He did it on a dare. It was great.
I remember now. God, yeah, I do remember. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's our Royal Rumble and stuff like that. You think it's gonna be a good show?
It'll be good, but will it mean anything long term? We don't know.
I think this is why it's very important that we get some surprise winners this year, because with the card looking very weak from what I see, nothing too spectacular. I think we need shocks. We don't need status quo this year. We need some new people coming through and making a name for themselves and going towards WrestleMania. Because the same old of Lesnar and Reigns and all of that sort of stuff. It's just, oh god,
It's what you're gonna get. It's what you're gonna get. I hate saying it, but it's what's coming.
Yeah, so
Because that's the money match. That's their big one. They want to do Lesnar and Reigns again.
They think it's the money match, but that's just in their own mind. Because they got a mad case of Stockholm syndrome in the WWE, and they just assume that. I heard that that Vince wanted Randy Orton versus Batista at WrestleMania before they shoehorned Daniel Bryan into it, and it's amazing because those two guys have fought each other so many times, like on shows like SmackDown, for fuck's sake. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Shelton Benjamin for the win. I can see him being in the Rumble as a guest wrestler. Is he still part of the roster?
He's still there.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
but I mean, you talk about the fact that Randy Orton and Batista faced each other so many times, but remember how many times had Rock and Austin hooked up before they had their big match at WrestleMania 17?
How many times did Taker and Kane fight each other? How many times did Brett and Owen wrestle each other? How many times did so-and-so wrestle each other? Yeah, they do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Give me the Rock in another dog poop fight, and I'll be content.
He ain't coming. He ain't coming. I can also tell you that, too. Cena, he ain't coming. That's another thing ain't happening.
I'm hoping, I think Cena now will be he's a guest wrestler now. The guy's too busy doing a Hollywood career. And I wanted to ask you, you guys now regarding John Cena, have you guys been watching The Peacemaker by any chance?
I need to watch this week's episode. You need to get started, Shredder House.
Yes, I still need to watch it.
Okay, I'm not going to give too much away, but let's just say that he is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, like the Fruity Pebbles persona he portrays in the WWE.
Dude, it is so weird. Like, that's basically the way you could describe John Cena. Like, when you watch it, it's like unreal because you're like, where has this dude been? Like, that was my initial reaction when I first saw Peacemaker. I'm like, where has this John Cena been? This is the dude that needs to be on TV, but it'll never happen.
Before I get back to John Cena, Phony Beatlemania said, Bobby, the only thing I want is a retirement match, but I think for The Rock or Shelton Benjamin.
Dude, The Rock has The Rock's been retired. Yeah. Rock's,
yeah.
If you count like 2002, he's technically been retired kind of since then. Like 2002, 2003. He's kind of been out of it.
Now, I was speaking to Ginger Greek and Cousin Cheeto about this when we were doing our Peacemaker review. And so when we were doing we spoke about Peacemaker very briefly. And I'm thinking to myself, how can Cena come back into WWE when people have seen this side of him now in the Peacemaker, where he's totally naked fucking. There's a scene that's not a big deal. He's doing drugs. He's swearing all the time, saying the F word, the C word, being a bully, all of these things. Yeah, you know what I mean? How's how's he gonna like?
How are they going to reintroduce him? Kind of.
Yeah, no, I know Freddie Prinze Jr. said something about how Vince knows nothing else outside this world other than the WWE. Like he doesn't care about anything else.
Mhm.
Even he wouldn't be, he's Golden Boy. Even he wouldn't be, blind to the fact that John Cena is nothing like the persona he had created for him for the last 20 years within the WWE. I mean, can he come back as Fruity Pebbles after all the shit he's done as Peacemaker?
We're going to go with the yes but no theory. Like, yeah, we'll bring him back, but we're not going to acknowledge that he did that. Because we're a family-friendly show. We don't do that. I don't want Taker in a one-on-one or even 2 versus 2 tag match. Somewhere where you can eliminate some people, get a pop, then blend it into the background.
I don't want
Taker back at all.
I don't want to take him at all, yeah. I want him gone.
Why do people still want these one more matches, man? Like, he's had it. He's done. This is why I have so much respect for Stone Cold. He had his match with The Rock at 19.
And he left.
And he left.
Yep.
He never tried to make a comeback after that. He was injured. He couldn't come back, and they never forced him to.
And realistically, who is there for Taker to work with?
Yeah, because he's done it all. I mean, who's left?
Yeah.
And you really got to ask yourself. Yeah, I mean, and you really even have to ask yourself, like, what's left to prove, dude? You've done everything. Like, there's nothing left.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, and even then, I'd be scared for the Undertaker because he's almost in his 60s now, or he's getting there.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, naughty girl. Undertaker for me, some wrestlers just need to be out of the scene. Like they're just too past their prime, and when they do come back, it just doesn't. It looks wrong. You can see that they've aged. Sometimes they haven't aged well. Mm-hmm. Undertaker with all that hair dye and stuff like that. It's just, oh god, and his weight fluctuates. Sometimes he's in good shape, sometimes he's not. And then you got Kane as well, who looks like a walking tumor. Cousin Cheeto again. Now a couple of years from now, that's even worse. He'll be even older, dude. You know what I mean?
Not now, a couple of years from now, but yeah, no, man. It's time. It's time.
It's like I never want to see Hogan in the ring again. I never want to see Flair in the ring again.
Yeah,
these guys, need to stay retired.
And here's the thing too with the Hall of Fame. If there was ever a time to do like an Andre the Giant type of ceremony where you honor one guy, this is Taker's year to do that. They honor him, and that's it. Like, it's all about the Undertaker. This is his send-off, and that's it. That's what I want.
Yeah, fair enough. Mm-hmm. There's a whole bunch of wrestlers that wouldn't want to come back. I wouldn't even want Triple H to come back.
No, at this point, it's like he's done it all too, and with his heart issue.
Yeah, the heart issues. I'm just going to bring that up. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah, because he had the heart surgery. I don't want to see him come back. Not after that.
Hollywood Hogan style heel turn for Cena. That ain't happening. They could do that, but it's not going to happen.
Would be ideal. That's the only thing I can see that can make it. He could say like Hollywood has turned him into you could say the persona of the Peacemaker has taken him over a little bit, and he comes down, tells the kids to fuck off in the PG way. All of these things.
I just have him.
Hogan said, all that stuff I said about saying your prayers and taking your vitamins. I just did it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that would, I don't think Vince is so daft. Yeah, but I don't think he realizes that even though it might be just for a short term, people would come back briefly even to see a heel John Cena in the WWE. They would come back for that. Even I would. Just my curiosity would be just too much for me not notice that. I want to see it. If only Beatlemaniac says, well, I think Undertaker could have a retirement match against Braun Breaker to make them, but
dude,
I just don't want.
Could you guys just please stop suggesting retirement matches for Undertaker? Undertaker has retired.
Yeah, it's over. If
you want to see Braun Breaker having one of the greatest matches probably in one of those nights of WrestleMania, book him against Walter.
Mm-hmm. No. Get with the time, Shredder.
Okay,
come on, man.
Book him against Gunther.
Thank you, damn it.
Gunther.
Yeah, I mean, I think personally they need to bring certain people back, like Braun Strowman. I think they could. I think there's a place for him in the WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what he's been up to since he left?
He
He's
appeared in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he appeared in Ring of Honor. I think he's appearing with Impact now, but I'm not sure if he's signed with them yet.
I don't know if he's signed with them or if he's just part of this Ring of Honor Invasion story that Impact are doing.
Yeah, or if it's a pay-per-appearance deal. No one knows.
Interesting. You know, he was one of the biggest surprises when he got made redundant. Probably the biggest, you know. And obviously Bray Wyatt's left as well, but I heard he's gone to Hollywood.
I knew it was over for Braun when they put him in that elf costume. That was it. I'm like, you put him in an elf costume for Christmas, it's over.
No, dude, I knew it was over when he had a little boy who I thought.
Yeah, when they won the tag team titles. Yep.
I didn't. I'm not
Oh
saying
yeah,
I thought it was a girl.
Yeah.
And for a long time, so I didn't realize it was a boy later on. But nevertheless, yeah, that was his tag team partner.
Bray, I don't know. I think Bray's been kind of off the radar. He's kind of just been staying off the radar and not really doing much of anything.
Well, in fairness, wasn't he reportedly dealing with some mental health issues when he left WWE?
Yeah, but that was last I heard. That was, God, like 6-7 months ago? Maybe longer? I don't know. I don't want to take a match just a Rumble return. No.
Ricky Burrito, he deserves better than that. Yeah, because you can't have him as a filler. You know, for like him just to throw a few guys out then to get chucked out like he's a fucking bushwhacker.
Here's how you do Taker. Here's how you do Taker send off. You have the gong go off one last time. He makes an appearance in the ring, takes his hat off, takes his jacket off, does his signature pose, and leaves. That's the end of the Undertaker.
Which is what he did at Survivor Series.
Yep. And that's exactly what I would do at WrestleMania. This time it's in front of a live crowd. It's in Texas.
Entrance.
Yeah.
I hate all of that shit. I hate the gong. I hate him taking like an eternity to get to the fucking ring. You know, all of that. This is why I was a big fan of the Badass, because at least he's on a fucking motorcycle. He's already in the fucking ring. No hairs and graces. He's a lot more human. Just takes off his jacket. He's ready to fight and shit like that. You know, I can't stand his entrance. I despise his entrance, and he's one of the worst promos. When he's having to do promos as the dead man, is awful. It's fucking awful. You know what I mean? I always
you must be in the minority of guys who actually prefer Biker Taker.
Yeah, you're one of those dudes where it's like, yeah, you're one of the first dudes I've heard that.
I like Taker when he was dead man in his first run. But then I never liked him as
when he departed back into the dead man.
Yeah, I was never a bigger fan of that. You know, it was a little bit hype, like his whole getup. Why can't you wear the old outfit again?
It was weird seeing him the first time when I saw him come out with like the MMA biker gloves. I was like, this is so weird, because it was like they were going for a hybrid, but they reverted him back to dead man. I'm like, you couldn't mix the two, and then they did that with AJ Styles, and I'm like, you couldn't have done that this entire time with the Undertaker? I don't know, because it would have been great.
I was a big fan of the Badass. I felt him going back to dead man again.
Yeah,
regression. I did.
I like the Holy Trinity Undertaker though. Too bad that the pandemic had just started though, and we didn't really get to see Taker go out in the ring. But the Boneyard match, for what it was, being cinematic, it worked, and it was a good retirement match for the Undertaker. It fit the Undertaker character pretty much, all elements.
You know, as far as Vince is concerned, he would still want Taker to be wrestling right now if he could. You know, there's no doubt about that.
Never mind. I'm saying if he had to come back, you know they'll try. Yeah, because they go to the well one too many times.
Yeah, Vince hasn't got the energy or the desire to make anyone new. He likes going back to the past. They will pop a rating by getting him back with The Rock.
Rocky's gonna be 2023. If all else fails, that's gonna be their safe bet.
Isn't The Rock in the? You know, I found out the natural Butch Reed is not in the Hall of Fame. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that.
Yep, Ron Simmons is, but Butch Reed ain't.
Yeah, they didn't put Doom in as a team.
Jesus!
All right, listen, guys.
What are you doing here?
I'm not saying I want the Undertaker back. I'm saying they're going to try it, and you know that they're just gonna like.
I know we're just screwing with you. We're just messing with
I
you.
know. So like, all I want him to do is to come out, be in the Royal Rumble, get lost in the crowd, get eliminated by an up and comer. That's it. That's all.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm making a prediction too. Ali's getting eliminated within 5 seconds, or he's not going to appear at all. One of those two things are going to. Mustafa Ali. Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. All right, y'all have fun. Bye.
I would love for him to win it, man. When are they going to bring him back? Come back.
He's here. What
Yeah,
the hell? All right.
What? What do you want? What? I have
Dude.
nothing to add to this. I don't even know who Mustafa or Mufasa Ali is.
Get your haircut when this is over. It looks kind of like all weird in the front here. Fix that shit.
You know, I'm gonna fix your shit. You better watch out. Just like I'm gonna fix your pipes.
His pipes need fixing, by the way.
What? I mean, Shelton Benjamin. That's like one of the only people I know that I want to win the Royal Rumble besides Dolph Ziggler that I heard you guys talking about. Like,
yeah, he ain't winning it.
Yeah, I know. Like, and your guys are right. Like, they've done so many starts and stops with Dolph Ziggler. It's just like,
why? Yeah, why care? You know?
Yeah, I don't know who any of these young fuckers are.
I was telling these guys that if Dolph Ziggler was in the last two, whoever it was, the fans would be backing it.
It ain't gonna last though, man, because here's the thing: with today's modern fans, we have the attention span of, "Ooh, what the hell is that?" That's our attention span now. Like we're like, "Ooh, shiny colors." That's what we're after now. This is the generation. I think it's a generation thing.
Literally, the only match I'm actually excited for this year's Rumble is Lesnar Lashley.
That's it. Yeah, for me, it's the same thing.
For me,
I don't even care about like Lashley. I like Lashley. Seems like and as I said, keep in mind, I don't watch wrestling right now, but like okay, so Lashley, I've always liked. I've liked him since 2007 when he almost beat the shit out of Cena for the WWE title, which he fucking should have won at Great American Bash.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I don't care if Cena was at the peak of Fruity Pebbles or whatever the fuck.
And if it wasn't,
Lashley should have had that belt.
And if it wasn't for the incident, Lashley probably would have won it.
What was that? What was all that about?
I can't say his name because WWE has us barred from saying he who shall not be named.
Yep.
Who are you talking about?
Chris.
Oh, Benoit. You mean Chris Benoit?
Now we're gonna get taken down.
Can you edit the audio in this stream so Cheeto says Bob Holly?
Yeah.
One of the best technical wrestlers in history who fucked up at the end of his life. So I'm gonna put it out there. Like he was one of my favorite wrestlers, and I get
it. Mine too.
And his life ended in tragedy, but you know what? I mean, you still can't discount the talent the guy had.
No.
Like, does he ever deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? No.
No, he'll never go in. Nope.
Absolutely not. And I agree.
That would be a public relations PR nightmare if they put him in. That'd be the end of the WWE if they put him in.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
I think to myself, which wrestler has done the stuttering gimmick?
Bubba Ray Dudley, I know for sure.
Yeah, Bubba Ray or Gold Dust, whichever. Take your pick.
Matt Morgan did one.
Yeah, Matt Morgan used to stutter.
Didn't Straczynski have, or not Straczynski, Snitsky have it for a while, or was that something else?
No,
everything. No, with Snitsky, nothing was his fault. He was like, it wasn't my fault, and we were like,
it wasn't my fault. And then eventually he had the foot fetish too.
Oh God, yeah.
And then he had those yellow teeth that looked like Brillo pads.
Yeah, they done that with fucking Glenn Jacobs as well.
They did.
Before he became Ken.
Isaac Yankem.
Isaac Yankem, yeah, the dentist with fucked up teeth. Like,
I yank him.
Hey, that would be a fun spot for the Royal Rumble. Have Kane come out in all the different gimmicks he's done over the years. So he comes out as Isaac Yankem, then he comes out as the Christmas Creature, then he comes out as Unabomb, and then he comes out as Kane.
He comes
and then he comes out as a surprise as the 30th entrant. He's
corporate Kane.
He comes out as Mayor Glenn Jacobs.
Everyone thinks, this is the last decade. Yeah, I mean, this is why they're firing people. They're like, we're just going to start, doing everybody's gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
I mean, again, Lashley and Lesnar is probably the only match I'm interested in. What I would like to see is these guys doing a work shoot style similar to what Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe did.
Mhm.
That was a great hybrid of MMA and pro wrestling.
Let them fight it out. Let them fight it out. Like, forget the 5-star classic, like I said. Forget the, plunges over the top and, all the big silly stuff you see. Let these two fight it out.
Absolutely. Book it as a fight. I would say even take an example of Lesnar's legitimate history in MMA. Like, for example, when who was the guy that beat him in his debut for the UFC?
It wasn't Randy Couture, I don't think.
It was Frank Mir.
Frank Mir.
Because Frank Mir got lucky, beat him.
Frank Mir went Donkey Kong on his head. He was like, bam.
It was a crappy call from the referee that got Lesnar off of Frank Mir, which Frank Mir was able to make a comeback and beat the crap out of him.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw afterwards how pissed off Lesnar was and how much he wanted the rematch.
Mm-hmm.
And when they had it, he beat the holy hell out of Frank Mir. And afterwards went straight up to him and said, "Talk shit about me now, bitch."
Mm-hmm.
So,
by the way,
book that for Lesnar Lashley. Have Lashley go over, have Brock then coming out pissed off saying I overlooked him, cut promos of him saying it was a fucking fluke, and build the rematch for WrestleMania.
Have Lesnar go over Lashley?
No,
These guys do.
I'm saying have Lashley go over Lesnar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I would say book Lashley to go over Lesnar because Lesnar's been getting cocky in the promos saying, "Bobby who? I don't know who you are." Have Lashley beat him. Lesnar then can cut promos saying it was a fluke. I overlooked him. I'm not going to do that a second time, and then build the rematch for WrestleMania.
Bird, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Zam's bird's making all sorts of weird sounds.
Yeah, no.
It's getting like total erotica over there.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot fake Diesel. That would be another one.
Fake
Just for one of
amazing.
Just for one of funny Beatlemaniacs comments earlier, McIntyre is not going to be in the Rumble. He's dealing with a neck issue right now.
He'll be back.
McIntyre got a neck. I loved McIntyre. Back when he first had his run in the WWE. Back when I watched, I loved Matt. I thought McIntyre, I know that he was the chosen one by Vince McMahon, and I felt bad for him because he actually seemed like he was talented.
Mm-hmm.
He was, but he completely reinvented himself when he was fired, when he got back on the Indies.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, he fucking put a muscle beyond belief, man. Chiseled out.
Wrestler.
And to all the people freaking out about Johnny Knoxville being in the Royal Rumble, you do realize this is what they do. WWE will do what they got to do for press, and it's just to promote the movie. Chillax. It doesn't matter who takes a spot in the Rumble because this is one of the weaker lineups.
I want him to get fucked big time.
It ain't gonna happen.
I really want him to get fucked over.
Remember, everybody raves about the 2001 Royal Rumble. Remember who was an entrant in that? Drew Carey.
Yep. Block.
Oh yeah.
I'm stuck in traffic.
Well, I'm tagging out. Block, you're tagging in. You ready? All right.
I like the timing on that.
All right. Where are we at?
We're at the end, but you can go anywhere you want. See you later.
Royal Rumble block.
You'll be back Monday? Okay, great. Thank you. Oh, you too. Thanks.
So I haven't officially entered myself into the Rumble, so there's a possibility I could win.
No, none of you J Bruns are going to win it. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. Oh, yeah. Here's a tidbit, by the way. It's now been 20 years since everyone told The Rock that they were going to win the Royal Rumble, and The Rock came out on SmackDown, and he was like, everyone's been telling The Rock that they're going to win the Royal Rumble. Rob Van Dam's told The Rock that he's going to win the Rumble. The Undertaker's going to win the Royal Rumble. Hell, The Rock just got a postcard from that sick fuck Goldust saying that he's coming back to win the Royal Rumble. It was hilarious. And then Rock goes and grabs the camera, and he's like, this cameraman even just told The Rock that he's going to win the Royal Rumble.
But the whole point of the promo was that they're all saying they're going to be facing The Rock at WrestleMania, not Chris Jericho.
Yep. And then Jericho even got overlooked, and he's like, you son of a bitch, this is not a joke. I'm the undisputed champion. And The Rock looks at him real serious, like he's about to kick his ass. And he's like, I'll just see you Sunday, dude. And then I'm going to beat your ass. And then Lance Storm and Christian help Chris Jericho retain the title over The Rock at that year's Royal Rumble.
But they didn't get involved with the match against Triple H.
Nope. Yeah.
Sorry about my bird, by the way. A celebrity Bad Bunny looked good. He needs to get his ass stomped.
Well, here's the thing. Bad Bunny's appearances in WWE didn't offend me. I mean, initially I was thinking, well, I didn't really like him being there because, one, I'm not a fan of rap music, and I wondered what the hell is he adding to the product. But then he had the match at WrestleMania, and it was actually a lot better than what a lot of people were expecting.
Dude sold his ass off in that match. Holy crap, he got it.
Stephen Amell trained his ass off, and he put on a decent match when he wrestled.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that guy appears to be like a freak athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the videos of him training for the TV show Arrow, you've had guys like Pete Rose. Okay, Pete Rose has never wrestled a match, but he sold the Tombstone, tremendously.
And Boston went crazy the year that happened.
Yeah,
they lost their damn minds.
He did it so well. He did it the following year too.
And here's a tidbit for y'all too. Guess who's in the crowd during that WrestleMania? If you can catch it very briefly.
Who?
Take a guess.
Cena?
Nope.
Enzio?
Nope.
I'm trying to think, who would be in the crowd at Boston that year?
Okay, y'all give up?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Stephanie and Linda McMahon. You see them in the crowd, like when Pete Rose is having his introduction. You have to look real close at that. And they're in there, like they're in the crowd. And I'm like, holy crap, that's them. They were in there with the fans.
I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm. I found that out, and I was like, wow, okay. So technically, Stephanie McMahon's first appearance was, besides being a T-shirt model and shit, at WrestleMania 14 in the crowd. And Kofi was there too.
Again, I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I do apologize about my bird, but she was just wanting some loving.
Yeah, it's all.
So who is everyone's pick for the Rumble for each one of them?
I said Ronda Rousey for the women, and I said Big E Langston for the men's. And
I fucked up. I'm an idiot. I said Lesnar was going to retain and enter the Royal Rumble. How the fuck could that be possible? I got to change my damn prediction. Yeah, Lashley wins, and then Lesnar's going to enter the Royal Rumble and win the damn thing.
Well, no, I suppose it depends. I mean, if Lesnar's going to pursue Reigns to try and unify the belts.
Yeah, that's also an option
always
too.
a possibility.
Yeah.
But my prediction for the women's one is either Ronda Rousey or Bianca Belair.
Yeah, that's mine too. I'm going with Ronda or Bianca or Naomi as my dark horse.
Yeah, the men's one, I'm guessing probably Big E. If they're going to have if Lesnar's retaining the title, I would say Big E. I honestly couldn't say otherwise. I would like to see it be just someone you don't expect. So for me, that would be somebody like Robert Roode.
Yeah, for me,
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder.
Well, yeah, the one I don't expect is obviously Dolph Ziggler. A fairy tale hurrah. Maybe after that he retires. That's why I would love to see him win it. That would really make my day if he fucking won it. As my surprise pick. Because
and you want to know? Okay, and go ahead, Sam.
No, I'm just saying that I know you're going on about the pushes and stuff like that. I just feel that he's been in that company long enough that it would work. It's not like he's not like Alberto Del Rio where it didn't work.
Oh no, there's something that I have to.
Or what's his name? Shitstain Hiroshima, whatever the fuck his name is.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, exactly. Where it didn't work. Because those guys were too new into the business. Someone like Ziggler, he's been there for about 2 decades. It would work.
And here's
Nakamura wasn't new into the business. He was new into WWE.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Same with Del Rio. He wasn't new in the business. He was new in the WWE.
And here's the thing.
To the fucking moon.
And here's the thing that pisses me the fuck off. Okay, if you go to Wikipedia, you want to know the common theme about the Royal Rumble? They've announced this shit. Stop doing that. Why couldn't they have qualifying matches? Why couldn't they do something to make it mean something? I don't know. But they've announced it. Like on Twitter, they've announced it. On Raw, they've announced it. On SmackDown, they've announced it. And now they're just going to do like 9 or 10 surprise entrances, and it'll be like, okay.
Well, unless they announce a whole shitload of entrances, unless they announce a whole lot of entrants tonight on SmackDown, because So far, out of the 22 men that have been announced, there have been 5 announced on SmackDown. And there's actually been more women announced on SmackDown than there has been the men. There's been 6. Actually, no. 9, 12. No, 13. 13 of the female competitors have been announced on SmackDown. Only 6 of the men.
Good Lord.
So who's out on injury? Because I can see them coming back, and like
Bayley-
McIntyre out.
Bailey's hurt.
Be out until at least May.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll be about a year because she tore her fucking ACL or whatever. And it's like, ooh, man.
You know what? I'll make a prediction regarding Braun Strowman. He comes back in this. You know, he's back. Braun Strowman's back, and he walks in. Raw.
Get his hands.
Yeah.
Again, I'm thinking
So,
Walter
yeah.
might make an appearance.
Get with the times, Danhausen. Gotta stop calling him that.
I'm thinking Gunther might make an appearance and be the guy that takes out somebody who's throwing out guys left and right. So he'd be taking out somebody like Omos.
Yeah, there's going to be a dude in there that's going to go through like shop and make like 15 guys his bitch. Because there's always that one dude. And Shayna Baszler's probably going to be that for the chicks. She's going to be the girl that comes out and just makes everybody her bitch. And then like it'll take like half the roster just to eliminate her, despite her being an average sized person. Because that's a cliche they always do.
Well, remember, Shayna Baszler has the legitimacy of being, a proper MMA fighter.
Mm-hmm. Honky Tonk Man.
Go on.
Honky Tonk Man to enter at 27 and last eliminates Sakara.
If only.
If only.
Again, I'm trying to think who out of, some guys who would maybe get a quick nostalgia pop could actually come back and fill a spot in at the Rumble. I don't mind a couple of spots here now because I know Lita recently commented on this because somebody said to her, what do you say to the people that are saying, well, you're taking up someone else's spot in the Rumble? And she said, well, we're there to get the fans who have lapsed, the fans that used to watch and maybe remember us, but don't watch recently. So our job is to get those fans back. And then we hand the ball over to you to try and keep them there.
The sad thing is, though, I don't think they're going to do that. Why? Because everything is so goddamn micromanaged in that company.
Absolutely. And
you can't get over unless I tell you you're getting over, damn it. Bird, stop eating out of Zam's teeth.
Actually, I got a little bit of something stuck here, and I'm hoping she can nibble it out because
oh my god,
I have to go downstairs to get a toothpick, and I can't be fucked.
Do y'all see the people I work with here? They don't pay me enough.
I called this a couple of days ago, didn't I, Zam? I said that you're training your bird to groom you like those hippos in the wild.
Oh yeah. Edwin.
Sorry, my connection went out. Just got home. Thanks for having me. Yeah, dude, you're welcome. Yep, and we'll be back. Yeah. We'll be doing a review of this shit.
Well, Ginger
I wish people would stop talking about Braun Breaker though. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not like.
You don't see what's in him?
Yeah, I'm like.
Okay. Really? Did you not watch his matches with Ciampa?
He's not like, oh man, I can't wait to watch him main event. He's not horrible. I'm not saying he's just.
Yeah, I say give it time. Give it time. He'll grow on you. Badass Billy Gunn. Said no one from AEW is entering this Rumble. Nobody.
So he's never been
potentially Road Dogg. I can see going into the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no. And then Mickey James talking about I plan on carrying my Impact title with me into the Royal Rumble. That ain't coming with you. I can tell you that right damn now. They will not have the title belt appear on their TV.
I think they might because they've acknowledged that she's the Impact Women's Champion. But it's the fact that I think Mickey James has been cutting promos saying that she's going to defend the Impact title at WrestleMania if she wins the Rumble.
That ain't happening. I'm telling you.
That's definitely not happening.
I mean, Vince could buy out Impact or TNA or whatever they're called. If he wanted to.
It depends because I think Anthem owns them, and they use them for cheap content.
Cody ain't coming, bro. I can tell you that now. If he does, it'll be like, oh, okay, cool, but nobody will remember that shit because they'll be signing a new contract with AEW like literally the next day.
Sorry, I apologize.
What about Impact Moose?
No, again, I think they've got limits. I think it's going to be a case. Mickey James, they've probably made an exception for because she had a name with WWE.
Yeah.
Who in Impact really could they bring back?
Or what is Impact going to do to counter? Because, okay, yeah, we gave y'all Mickey, but then who can y'all send to us? Because there's going to be a trade-off.
By the way, I think Mickey James is awesome.
Yeah.
Liam says, I can't see Road Dogg entering. They only fired him a week ago.
That's true, but I can also see him saying, well, I'll do this for a payday.
I could see a pay-per-appearance kind of deal. Like you show up, you do your shake, rattle, and roll, get eliminated.
Yeah. Just more to leave on a good note. Like you don't want your last memory to be getting fired. You want your last memory to be like a big pop and Rob Terry. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Just getting to what Zam was saying though about what would Impact be looking for in exchange. Remember, this is the company.
That's what I said.
Well, okay. Well, whichever one of you said it about Impact, what would they be looking to get in exchange for Mickey James appearing for WWE? Just remember, Impact is the company that allowed Ric Flair to go to the WWE for the Hall of Fame ceremony. They were told they could have anybody from the roster they wanted, with the exception of John Cena. And that included The Undertaker. And what did they opt for? Christian Cage, who clearly did not want to be there.
Yeah, he was like, yo, here's the deal. Here's like the 10 greatest TNA moments. And he got the fuck out.
Yeah,
it was like,
peace. The Undertaker.
Yeah, they could have got The Undertaker.
Don't get me wrong. You said Christian's been part of TNA in the past. It's like, what? You go for the fucking Undertaker.
I would have personally went for Stone Cold. Like, I know he's a legend, but I would have been like, that's your dude. Like, if you get anybody to show up in Impact and say, hey, watch this shit, I would have had Stone Cold come in because Stone Cold's a license to print money.
Well, no. Here's why I would have gone with The Undertaker, because remember, what was the segment for? It wasn't so much to do the countdown of the top 10 TNA moments. It's because Sting was going in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Gangrel?
Sting was going in TNA's Hall of Fame.
Maybe.
He looks good. He looks good for his age, but
he's pretty chill too.
Possibly him. Steve Blackman, maybe, or Bob Holly.
Yeah. Vince Russo at number 30. Bro. I could already see it now, bro. Tons of face turns, tons of heel turns, but it's not a Royal Rumble match, bro. I don't know.
Ow. What are you doing?
But it's not a Royal Rumble match, bro, unless we get a Royal Rumble on a pole match, bro. That's what has to happen.
Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, he's free, all right. Yeah.
Fuck Tommy Dreamer. That needs to be
stated. For the women's match, that's for sure. Yeah, but
and Bully Ray.
Yeah, fuck Bully Ray too.
Yeah.
Mark Henry is the only one I have respect for.
Make an appearance.
Maybe Devon then. If we don't get Bully, what about Devon?
Yeah, he's an agent.
Yeah, like you've got Jimmy Wang Yang who works there. You know what I mean? They could bring him back. You know, he puts on his gimmick and clicks his heel and go, I'm the Asian cowboy. You know what I mean? And he comes in
Kennedy could come back.
I would love that.
There's no way Kennedy would come back.
Dude, the only way this would work in a dream scenario is if Orton eliminates everybody and then Kennedy comes on the mic. I would pop for that, like legit.
No way, man. The guy is like one fucking...
Yeah, the kid. I could see the kid coming back.
X-Pac, yeah. Carlito is another one.
Carlito looks fucking jacked.
Yeah, he looks pretty good for it. And what about the guy who plays Adam Rose? No.
He had such a falling out with WWE that I don't think he'll ever go back.
He looks jacked, by the way.
And remember,
he looks absolutely jacked.
But if you remember, he was fired for domestic violence issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
The one you're going to see come back, though, because he got cleared, is Corey Graves. He will be back.
Okay. Well,
if nothing else, for a cameo spot, Corey Graves will come back.
Possible.
Yeah.
Booker T.
Kai and Ty.
Yep. Kai and Ty.
I remember like Booker T on one of his. He's got his own promotion going.
Yep.
And like to hide his gut, he was wearing this like sort of military sort of
like style kind of pants. Yeah.
No, pants. It was like a vest.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, because he wore that when he appeared at the Royal Rumble. Was it a year or two ago when
With
Bad Bunny was
performed.
doing his rap? He was doing his rap song Booker T.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were joking about how he looked like G.I. Bro.
And the crowd just was like, all right, whatever. Booker T was.
Is R-Truth still there?
Yep.
I would love R-Truth to win it.
And he is 50 years old now. That is scary.
He looks great. Well, black don't crack, dude. So
yeah.
But yeah, I would love. There's another guy who would, in my opinion, could win it. Like Ziggler, in the sense that he's been there for a long time. Fans appreciate him. Why the hell not? You know what I mean? Give him. You always want some people to have a shot at the big time.
Mm-hmm.
Before Jerry Lawler became too much of a prick. I thought he deserved a shot at the big time because he was always there and thereabouts, and the most notorious thing or most famous thing he'd done in the WWE was have Bret Hart stick his foot in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he never really got more dues than that. And most of his best stuff was outside the WWE.
Or occurred backstage like all the guys shitting in his crown.
Yep.
Oh my god. You know what I mean? So all the people over there, what's up?
What's up?
Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, I would love R-Truth to win it. There's another guy who it would be just like a tear-jerking moment. He's done it, R-Truth done it. Goes to WrestleMania. This guy who's been in the company forever. Everyone knows about him. Like someone like Kofi Kingston at one point. No one considered him winning it, and then he did.
No, he didn't.
The thing is,
not the Rumble,
I could have
being a WWE champion. I mean,
yep.
going to WrestleMania.
I could have got behind that if it had been somewhat, say, like the era of the Awesome Truth run that you had with the Miz.
Yeah, that was the time to do it. Yep.
But he's been too much of a comedy jobber to be taken seriously as a Royal Rumble winner.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, it's all about how you package him. Like from that moment onwards. You know what I mean? It just like I remember Kurt Angle when he first came into WWE. He was a dork. Mm-hmm. He was a nerd.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? All of that sort of stuff. Then he
had the legitimacy of being an Olympic gold medal winning wrestler.
Yes, but still they treated him. Like they still made him come across as very nerd-like. I mean, for Christ's sake, they made someone like Taz come into the WWE and they fucking destroyed him. Being a very credible guy from ECW. But the moment there was one point where Kurt Angle, regardless of all his nerdisms and stuff like that, ended up being this intense wrestling machine.
2003, 2002, 2003 was peak Kurt Angle. That was when he was on fire.
Yeah, so like you can make these changes on a whim. For Christ's sake, Bradshaw 1 minute he's fucking drinking beers and playing poker and smoking cigars with Ron Simmons. Next thing you know, he's a Texas billionaire.
He was so close to JBL was so close to getting released too, because they were actually thinking about it. They were like, we might have to let the APA go because Ron's getting old. We got to figure out what to do with John. And had it not been for the George Bush type character, JBL wouldn't have never taken off. And
he's got strength. He's one of these guys. He's a bit like Kane. There's more to him.
Yeah,
than meets the eye. They're not just big guys. They got a level of intelligence, and they're able. He's a finance something or other. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, he's a financial genius in real life.
Yeah. He watches the stock market intensely.
Mm-hmm. And then there's one dude I forgot to mention, the Austin Theory dude. That dude, he's been having segments with Vince recently, and Vince, I now call him Two-Pack McMahon because he sounds like he's been smoking fucking 2 packs a day. Austin, what we're going to do is we're going to put you in the Royal Rumble. That's what he sounds like now. Like he sounds like he's been smoking 2 packs a day and you can barely understand him. Ooh, that'd be dope. I would not mind Wade Barrett showing up in
It'd be nice, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Baron Corbin?
No, Wade Barrett.
No, Baron Corbin.
Or what to win?
To win the Royal Rumble? That would have worked if they would have kept his the bum-ass Corbin broke Baron Corbin gimmick. I would have popped for that if they would have had him be broke as fuck and he was forced to wrestle like almost in his underwear and then dude wins the fucking Royal Rumble. That would have been so awesome. Like he wins the Royal Rumble and then it's like, oh, he won the title at WrestleMania and then he becomes a big baby face. That would have been cool. But
Has Sheamus won the Royal Rumble?
yes, 10 years ago.
So there's no need for him to win it again. Did he? What happened after that at WrestleMania? Did he go on to be champion?
He beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds, and Daniel Bryan got more over than Sheamus did because of it.
Yes, I remember. Of course, that was the beginning of the. Of course, how can I forget that?
Yep.
I forget because everything was overshadowed by Daniel Bryan. Yeah, and if anything, that was the worst thing to happen to him. Yeah, because Daniel Bryan was booming, and he ended up just being a mid-carder. But yeah. What, Cesaro still in the WWE?
Yes.
Unfortunately,
there's a guy who could win it and be a plausible champion, in my opinion.
Nope. They've tried. They've. I don't know what it is. It's like he's had banger matches. It's the fact that he can't talk. I think that's what really holds him back.
That's why I always found Nakamura, when Nakamura won it, I'm thinking to myself, this guy has a very strong Japanese accent and it's very hard to pick up on this. And I just feel that he was never going to be a long-term main eventer, and then he ended up being in the mid-card.
It's the fact that Cesaro. It's the fact that Cesaro's never had he's never had that string of promos that make you go, "Oh shit, this dude's got something." He's never had that, and that's what's kind of killed him. Like, he's a good mechanic, but he's never had that series of promos that make you go, "This dude could be somebody."
Yeah, I'd love to see him against Lesnar.
I look at certain wrestlers who can there's people who can talk, and then there's people who've got the charisma of talking. Yeah. And I look at people like Bret Hart and even The Undertaker when he was dead man, and the name, Chris Benoit, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about these guys. They're kind of monotone to a degree, but they end up going all the way to the top. And sometimes, it's not necessarily, you don't have to be like the best talker in the world, in my opinion. You just need to be. I think being a better wrestler is more important than being a better talker.
Yeah, Alberto Del Fuckbag also comes to mind too. That's some bitch.
No. He had a strong accent, which was his thing. But I thought he was very charismatic.
I thought he was so generic and repetitive with the same promos. It's my destiny to do this. It's my destiny to do that. Okay, say something else. We know it's your destiny to be great, but all right.
Yeah, he's talented. And Liam says Sheamus won and Jericho was runner-up in 2012, and both had title matches at WrestleMania. Has that ever happened before or since?
Yes. Cena Batista in 2005. Yep. That was, I think, the first instance that ever happened.
Because Cena went on to face
JBL, and Batista went on to fight Hunter.
Went on, face Triple H. That was 2005.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
And also, technically, you had the 94 Rumble.
Luger and Hart was the first to do that.
They both wound up challenging Yoko.
The only time where you've had guys, no. I was going to say the 90 Royal Rumble, but Mr. Perfect was the last guy that got eliminated in that. Because when it was the year Hogan won it. But, yeah, Mr. Perfect was the final dude. Yeah, Steven Richards. That's what we mean. Steven Richards.
I like Stevie Richards, by the way.
Well, if you remember when Stevie Richards did win the title at WrestleMania 20, when he did make Triple H tap out to the right to censor crossface. But when Stevie Richards then won the title at WrestleMania 20, he main evented one pay-per-view after that, maybe two.
Let me see.
The world title was basically considered secondary to Triple H and his feud with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, two, because Backlash and then Bad Blood, and then actually no, three.
Vengeance.
Yeah, he had three. That was it.
Yeah,
Backlash, Bad Blood against Kane, and then Vengeance, and then SummerSlam is when he lost it. So
to Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I remember there was at least one of the pay-per-views that you had where his match didn't go on as the main event.
That
was secondary to Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
That was Bad Blood, yeah, because the Hell in the Cell was hyped up as the big thing.
Yeah, that was who was Benoit's opponent? Was it Kane?
Mm-hmm. And this is, I think, around the time.
Sorry. Who was Stevie Richards' opponent, I should say. Yeah. It was Kane.
And that was around the time that Richards and Edge were the tag team champions, and then La Resistance was kind of fucking with them. Yeah, I do remember that.
Richards and Edge were tag team champions.
Yeah,
I
Stevie
can't
Richards.
And
Stevie
Edge.
Richards. Stevie Richards even won the tag titles by himself at Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah. No,
Oh, I
we're
love
not,
Taboo
no,
Tuesday.
no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, Cheeto. I don't care if they let you back in the stream.
The funny thing is, I really got upset when they made Taboo Tuesday into Cyber Sunday. I like the fact, and I really got upset as well that they kind of realized they dug themselves a hole because they put the WWE Championship on the line, and they made everyone decide by ringing in and stuff like that. And I think Vince then really got like a moment of clarity, thinking, "Shit, I can't have the people deciding who's."
Yeah, I can't make my own universe decide how it's going to go. I got to decide that. God damn it!
But you noticed every year when they had the World Heavyweight title match, it was always Shawn Michaels getting picked.
The first couple years, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just that, but then like they narrowed it down to people he wouldn't mind winning, like or being involved in the match. So you could pick one of these three guys, you know. And then,
yeah, because if it was the entire roster, it would have been the flavor of the day that would have won the fucking vote.
But you also had incidents where some of the votes didn't some of the vote results that they announced were wrong, so they wound up having to do them again on Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after the emotion of Stevie Richards and Eddie hugging at the end of WrestleMania, they really fucked up his title run. Yeah, because I've always maintained that Stevie and Eddie, this is how I think we all feel. They wrestled like world champions, but they felt like mid-carders. They really did.
Really? I don't know. I look back and I don't know. It's hard
Like-
to say with the WWE. You could never can tell, but you know, Guerrero winning that match against Lesnar at No Way Out was a WrestleMania moment at No Way Out.
Mhm.
You know, and it was absolutely fantastic. And I think we would never know where his career would have been if he was still alive. And I'm sure Benoit would still be alive as well. Sorry, Richards would still be alive as well.
If they were still here, they'd be the head guys in NXT right damn now. Well, at least let me rephrase. They would have been NXT guys until Tupac McMahon would have told them, no, we're changing all this shit. We're not doing this technical wrestling shit. We're going to go back to larger than life guys. We're going to go back to Lex Luger style type guys.
Yeah.
We would never have got Vicky Guerrero as one of the greatest heels of all time.
Oh,
if
for
Eddie was still
sure.
around.
Yep.
You know, she was fucking fantastic. I'm always a big fan of Vicky Guerrero. I love her. So yeah,
Teddy Long would be like
her making out with Edge was like one of the fucking fucked up.
Teddy would have been like, yo, can I retire now? I'm tired of the tag team matching one-on-one with the Undertaker era. Player, I'm sick of this shit. I got other things to do.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'll give you a prediction of who's going to make a surprise entrance. Ted DiBiase Jr.
He ain't been around in a minute.
Yeah,
He'll go over like a fart. He'll go over like a fart in church. I can guarantee you that. Because he ain't been around.
Wrestled since he left WWE. I heard he was having some serious issues with his knees.
I thought he retired essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I heard he was like working with kids, wasn't he?
Yeah. Kind of like a non-profit organization or something.
Well, I think he's been doing that now ever since his dad's ministry got indicted for fraud.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Damn. Nothing worse than being part of being a fake millionaire. Yeah. for most of your career.
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys. So I think
that's it.
Yeah, we squeezed this lemon dry as much as possible. But yes, tomorrow, if we can make sure that Ginger sticks to his word, he will be doing a live watch along and commentary of the Royal Rumble. So if you guys want to join him for that and give him some company, please do.
And the only thing we have to say before we go is change the goddamn Royal Rumble logo. Come on, how fucking lazy are you people?
Yeah, let me just quickly show. I'm just gonna try and show it to you guys.
Yeah. Because oh my god, I swear to God, like this is like. It's you. Zam's face in his bedroom should be the new Royal Rumble logo.
Quick question. If the real Stevie Richards makes a cameo in the Royal Rumble, what are we supposed to refer to him as since we've been referring to the other guy as Stevie Richards?
Steven? I don't know. Fuck it. I'm winging it. I'm going with Vince McMahon booking.
Bob Holly?
Yeah, Bob Holly. Yeah, Bob Holly. We'll go with that.
Bill DeMont.
Oh God. I'm surprised Chris Jericho has not pushed for Bill DeMott to be in AEW.
As long as we don't get another return of the Bella Twins, they're coming back.
Yeah, they're coming back for the Women's Rumble.
They've confirmed it. Yeah, they're coming back. We don't hear Michael Cole fangasm and call them the greatest female wrestlers. They're doing that. Guaranteed.
Liam has got a nice way of spinning it.
Richard Stevens. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Why not? Or Regal Williams. Yeah, Regal Williams is what I'm going to start calling him.
Helmsley Hunter.
Helmsley Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. No, it'll be Helmsley Hunter Hurst.
Yeah. All right, but where the fuck is
Helmsley Hurst Hunter?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, WWE, before we go, fix your fucking logo or make a new one. And also, please come back with the awesome sets. That's all I ask. I'm tired of looking at the same generic shit.
Hold on, let me remove my stuff and I'll show you guys what it is.
Yeah, because it just looks horrible. Like, see? It's just Royal Rumble. It's like just basic fucking font.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't do it. Sorry for
no worries.
It's fine, but I do agree. I miss the themed sets that they used to have for the pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm. Like with Royal Rumble, it was either like an oval it was like a friggin' like square or rectangular thing, and then it used to be a circle. I always liked the set when it was a circle.
Well, no, not just that, but also certain pay-per-views, they were able to do stuff with bits of the set. So Backlash, for example, had those swinging pendulums.
Yep.
You had guys throwing each other into them. You had Jeff Hardy dive off of one year. What was the pay-per-view? Over the Edge with not
98. 98. Yeah.
Where it was Austin versus Dude Love. And they were fighting on top of a bunch of wrecked cars.
Mm-hmm. Armageddon 2000, they did the same damn thing.
Exactly.
Let me see. God, what were some cool sets? Maybe the last one they did might have been there. It is. Look at that logo. See?
Yeah.
That is such shit.
It's as generic as the Star Wars logos have become recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you could tell they don't pay their graphic department.
Yep.
Yeah, it's absolutely awful. I look at it and I think to myself, there is no invention. There's nothing. Just hate it. I hate everything about it.
Yeah, and this is also random. Okay, with the lighting on the crowd, can we stop that shit? I hate when they do that. I hate it with a passion. Always have, always will. I don't want to see the crowd.
Yeah, it's all about the wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Armageddon 99 is probably my favorite. Armageddon 99 is an underrated set. They don't talk about that one enough.
Yeah, I've liked I like the Armageddon sets. To be honest with you, they look pretty good over the years.
I mean, I like a lot of sets from even just outside WWE where they've been able to get creative with it. I mean, everybody remembers ECW's set and how basic it was.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember what Taz did with that set in his match against Tajiri?
No, I don't remember it.
When Taz and Tajiri were feuding for the ECW title on pay-per-view, Taz ripped the barbed wire off of the entrance.
Oh,
wrapped it around Tajiri's neck for the Taz mission.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I got to go back and watch that shit.
That was an instance where they panned the camera right back because they weren't going to show it up close.
Yeah, my favorite set.
You had Joey Styles panicking, saying, "No, please, can we get the shot to get these guys off camera?"
Yeah. And then my favorite set, as basic as it was the In Your House set. That's my favorite set. I love that set so much. I was so pissed. I was so pissed when they didn't bring it back they kind of brought it back this year for TakeOver, or last year. It kind of came back.
Yeah.
So they don't want to mention Armageddon 99 because it probably is the worst WWE title match in history.
I don't know if I'd call it the worst, but yeah.
Remind me.
Big Show versus Big Boss Man.
Really?
The build up to that, though, oh my God, it was some of the most cringiest and funniest shit you will ever see in your entire life.
I think the worst title match I've seen in recent memory is Hunter versus Scott Steiner.
Oh,
that was awful.
mm-hmm.
That was at the Royal Rumble, I believe.
Yes, it was. 19 years ago.
Was awful. The promo
2003, yeah.
3.
It upset me because I knew I wasn't getting Steiner brothers, Scott Steiner back.
Nope.
I was getting this new generic freak.
You weren't even getting like late WCW Big Papa Pump.
You were getting the I'm here for the paycheck, Scott Steiner. That's when you know it's time to go.
It's really upsetting though to know that this high flying individual who was built like a brick shithouse but could fly and move is just like flat footed now.
Like the first time I saw him do the Frankensteiner, I was like you wouldn't imagine that. Yeah,
the double teams him and the Steiner brothers did were like amazing. Like these two huge fuckers, yeah. And some of the I remember for instance, one of the brothers would have a guy on his shoulders, and they would do a flying bulldog. The other brother would have a guy on his shoulders. They'll be doing a flying DDT. What the hell's going on here? You know what I mean? It was like
the double team bulldog was their finisher for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Scott luckily did redeem himself in Impact though with the math promo. That's forever going to be the greatest thing he's ever done, ever.
I'll tell you one thing. I will pop like a bitch if Braun Breaker ever does the Steiner screwdriver.
Yeah, that will be dope if they ever let him do it.
One of my favorite wrestling moves, by the way, the Scott Steiner that suplex turned into like a reverse tombstone. Oh man.
That's terrifying to watch.
That is a lovely, lovely wrestling move. I absolutely adore that move.
And
it's Brian Cage has been using that as his finisher.
Yep. And here's a take that I know people will be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I actually think the Owen Hart pile driver to Stone Cold, as fucked up as it was, I can't stop watching it. It's one of those things where it's it looks so gross, but it was oh man, just the way he did it. I'm like, damn, that was a pile driver.
I mean, in fairness, it's like some of the stuff from Mick Foley. I mean, what he did to himself taking those kind of moves.
But you can't stop. It's my God.
Turn away.
That's me with the pile driver. Whenever I see it, I'm one of those that can actually watch the pile driver. I've never been able to turn away from the pile driver.
Well, the pile driver, like a traditional pile driver, the guy's head's nowhere near the mat. It's been cushioned between the thighs of the wrestler usually.
Yep.
And obviously the tombstone, their head's nowhere near it. They're very close to the
the knees take the knees take the brunt of the abuse. Yeah.
Owen didn't land on his knees; he just landed straight on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Stone Cold's big round bald head sticking out. So yeah, it was a really crazy move. And, you don't see that sort of pile driver done often.
No,
when they're in a tombstone position, but they go reverse and they land on their ass.
And I think Stone Cold did the same thing to Masahiro Chono once. He executed some form of that similar pile driver. It was in WCW back.
I will agree with Cheeto. It is a dangerous move. I like the fact that. I was going to say I did like the fact that when Jim Cornette was in Ring of Honor, one of the things they did was they banned the pile driver, and the idea was that you get guys who can actually do the move safely to do it, but you do it for an angle. So if a guy does the pile driver, it's going to be an injury angle, and 2, the guy who does it is going to be suspended.
Mm-hmm. At least it meant something then.
Exactly.
And the last time I think I popped for a pile driver was when CM Punk pile drove John Cena. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. They brought it back, and I was like, yes, okay, we got a pile driver. Ability to Billy stood out pile driver when not botched is a thing of beauty. Yeah, I'll agree.
I liked well, there's some moves where you really have to rely on your teammate, so the guy you're wrestling with, to pull it off perfectly. Like the Unprettier for a start, that's devastating as far as I'm concerned. Christian's Unprettier, that's a really fucking fucked up move, man. And a lot of people sell it really well. And also the Vertebreaker. Oh my god, I love that move. I love that move. I was so gutted. I think Hurricane Helms did that, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah, before it eventually got banned, and then you see all the stuff the WWE started doing. Like Superman punch, fireman's carry, like the attitude adjustment.
The most basic shit, that could pass as a
finish.
finish.
Oh god!
I mean, there's also been controversy with things like, say, for example, the Styles Clash.
Yeah, because Yoshitatsu broke his neck off that move.
Yoshitatsu got hurt doing that move. Little Guido, he's
Nunzio
very lucky
too. Yeah, or came close.
He came close to it. He got a stinger, but he was very, very close to breaking his neck when he took it wrong from AJ Styles. There was a wrestler in this country called Lionheart, who unfortunately committed suicide a few years ago.
Ooh.
He also did break his neck taking the Styles Clash.
Yep, the one you're never. Go ahead.
They tuck their head in instead of pushing their head out. They tuck
it
in. It's very
up.
instinctive to do that. With most wrestling moves, you have to do that, but you have to do it the reverse
way.
Reverse way, which is very unfortunate. What's happened to some of these guys.
Yeah, the one you're never going to see again is the Burning Hammer. That will never come back. The Burning Hammer.
Mainstream promote. Maybe somebody in AEW will do it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Because
in WWE, I know
they seem to be letting the guys in AEW do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, as spectacular as it can look sometimes, you do wind up with botch monkeys who don't know what they're doing, and they wind up hurting themselves or other people.
Yep. Please don't try this at home, kids. Oh, that's a prostituted move now. They prostituted that to no end.
What move?
Rey Mysterio was doing
Canadian Destroyer.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you've got somebody like Ricky Morton doing the Canadian Destroyer, or Goldust doing the Canadian Destroyer, it's not really anything special.
Yeah, Goldust can do it. He can do the Canadian Destroyer.
That guy is he's one of the last people of the old school era.
He's now what I like to call the young old guy. That's Goldust now. Like he's the young old dude. He's got to be upper 40s, no? Late 40s?
No, the guy's been wrestling since back in the kayfabe days, dude.
Yeah, so you've been
Give me
wrestling.
1 second. Let me look it up.
I mean, I remember WrestleMania 7. WrestleMania 7, him and Dusty Rhodes were fighting $1 Million Man and
52. 52. Okay, so I was off.
Yeah, him and Dusty Rhodes. Was it WrestleMania 7 or was it Survivor Series? But
Survivor Series. It was Survivor Series because WrestleMania 6 or 7, Savage and Martel were doing a mixed tag team match.
No, but I know WrestleMania 7. Sorry, was Ted DiBiase versus God. What was the name of his bodyguard? Virgil. Yeah, but prior to that, they had a tag team match. Virgil and Ted DiBiase versus
the Rhodes family.
The Rhodes, yeah. And so, Dusty Rhodes has been around for a long time, way back in that era.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That golden era. So it's amazing how long he's been around.
Yep.
But yeah, Dusty Rhodes is about 55. Yeah, that seems about right. And he kept himself in good shape. He did balloon at one point, but he kept it down. I give him credit.
Black Rain.
Black Rain was, but I don't mind that too much. There's a spin on his Goldust gimmick, like an evil version of Goldust.
But he was the heel. But the motherfucker was figgity fat back then. That was, I think, the fattest Goldust ever.
He was out of shape. He was He was really in no condition to be on any mainstream wrestling broadcast.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, well, go to sleep, dude, because you're starting to look out of it.
Yeah, he's even admitted it though. I mean, he's been open about it. He will not talk to anybody in an interview about his time as Black Rain.
Yeah,
he just won't acknowledge it.
Yeah, it's bad time. He doesn't want to go back there. Fair enough.
Exactly.
All right, Zam, go to sleep. Go to sleep. You look tired.
The last of the messages. Okay.
Yes, Goldust does the Canadian Destroyer. Yes.
Yeah, so like I said, tomorrow we'll try and hopefully be doing a reaction and commentary of the Royal Rumble. So keep an eye out for that on the Tube, as well as all the other stuff we fucking do on the Tube. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Nerd Tube, the greatest YouTube channel you never heard of. Take care. Bye-bye. Live long and prosper, my friend.
I'm confident and I'm happy. I'm Barry Horowitz. Pat yourself on the back.
Fair enough. It's Vader time. Yes. All right. Bye-bye.